Hi everyone, this is Jo with Milton Debate, and today we are going to be talking about the recipe for a perfect rebuttal. So the first thing that's going to have to happen is you're going to have to listen to your opponent's case and you're going to have to flow it. So we already have a video on flowing, but basically it's where you listen to your opponent's case and you write down what their contentions are, you write down like their warrants, what evidence they use to quantify, and you write down their impacts. So you have your nice flow here. So when you start to actually write it, you're going to go to your brief or your block file. So briefs and block files are basically packets of evidence. You can buy briefs online, like Champions, Big Sky Victory, stuff like that. Those are all briefs. Or if you want to find your own evidence and just compile it into a file, that's what a block is. So they're pretty much the same thing. But you're going to go to your brief and your block file. So let's just say we're still doing the chocolate versus vanilla debate on ice cream. So if they are talking about how good chocolate is, let's just pretend that their first contention is on the economy. So you're going to go to your brief or to your block and you're going to look for information about how chocolate is bad for the economy. So if one of their warrants is on how harvesting the cacao plant employs millions of people, you go to your brief or your block and you try and find evidence or something else to refute that. So let's say in your block you find something about how the vanilla bean plant actually employs more people than the cacao harvesting industry does. So you're going to take that and you're going to Control-C, Control-P, or copy and paste it into your rebuttal. So you're going to do that all the way down with all of their contentions and all their evidence. So if they also say something about how chocolate is rich in antioxidants, so it's good for you, you can find something in your brief that says vanilla is lower in sugar, and so it's better for you that way. Or you could say that a lot of people are allergic to chocolate, so that's a deterrent, etc., etc. So once you have that done, you can start to look at their impacts. So the impact is basically what happens because of their warrants and claims. So if their first contention, once again, is the economy, their impact is something about poverty and ending it by employing people to harvest cacao. You're going to go once again to your brief or your block and you're going to say, okay, do we have anything about ending poverty, or do we have anything about how this is untrue? So let's say that you found a statistic that said that cacao workers are, severely underpaid. You could put that in there and say, this isn't true. You can flow that to us because we actually pay vanilla bean workers. You could also say something about how more people are employed in the vanilla industry, and so that would have a larger impact towards the economy. So that would be a scope argument. So you're going to do that with pretty much everything that you have evidence for. So then you have your rebuttal, which is pretty simple to write if you just have your prepared briefs and blocks. But if you have some extra time at the end, you can do what's called a disad. So a disad stands for a disadvantage, and it's basically an additional contention that you tack on to the end of your rebuttal. So if you're on the vanilla side of the debate, which we have been talking about, you can go on this, you can plug in your disad, which is basically another contention. You could say something about how cacao is bad for the environment. And then you can just slap that on at the end. So if you do that, then hopefully they won't have much time to respond to it, which means it'll catch them off guard and you have all the much more ammunition to take them down in summary and final focus. So good luck with your debates, good luck with your rebuttals. If you have any additional questions, comment them down below. And until next time, neck yourself.